Hey there! If you're looking for a fun and easy way to earn rewards, including cash and prizes, check out the link in the video description.
A juror was dismissed after she reported how a woman dropped a bag of $120,000 in cash off at her home together with a note urging her to acquit the defendants in a trial she was sitting. The note offered her even more money if she went ahead with the plan to acquit 7 people charged with stealing more than $40 million from a program meant to feed children during the pandemic. The 23-year-old juror, known as Juror 52, said she immediately turned over the bag of cash to police. "This is completely beyond the pale," Assistant U.S. Attorney Joseph Thompson said in court on Monday. "This is outrageous behavior. This is stuff that happens in mob movies." The juror said a woman left it with her father-in-law on Sunday evening with the message that more money would be on the way if she stuck to the plan. Defense attorney Andrew Birrell told the judge that the bag of cash is a troubling and upsetting accusation. "Let's be honest, it wasn't someone outside of this room," Thompson added, who noted how the woman who delivered the cash was identified as Somali. The 7 defendants on trial are East African. Thompson said how a black woman, possibly Somali, with an accent, wearing a long black dress went to the juror's house at 8:50 p.m. on Sunday. The woman gave the juror's father-in-law a white gift bag and said it was a present for the juror, using the juror's first name despite her name having not been publicly disclosed. The woman told the relative to tell juror number 52 to say not guilty tomorrow and there would be more of that present tomorrow, the affidavit reads. After the woman left, the relative looked in the gift bag and saw it contained a substantial amount of cash, consisting of rolls of $100, $50 and $20 bills. When the juror returned and was told about the bag of cash, she called the police. The cash is now in the possession of the FBI. The 7 who are on trial are the first of 70 defendants expected to go to trial, being tried on a total of 41 criminal charges, including wire fraud, bribery and money laundering, in a conspiracy that cost taxpayers $250 million. 18 others have already pled guilty, and authorities said they recovered about $50 million in one of the nation's largest pandemic-related fraud cases. Prosecutors say just a fraction of the money went to feed low-income kids, while the rest was spent on luxury cars, jewelry, travel, and property. During the trial that began in April, defense attorneys questioned the quality of the FBI's investigation and suggested that this might be more of a case of record-keeping problems than fraud, as these defendants sought to keep up with rapidly changing rules for the food aid program. These 7 initial defendants were affiliated with a restaurant that participated in the food aid program. Those still awaiting trial include Feeding Our Future's founder Amy Bach, who has pleaded not guilty and denied any wrongdoing. Before allowing the trial to continue with more closing arguments on Monday, U.S. District Judge Nancy Brazel questioned the remaining 17 jurors and alternates, asking if they had received any bribe, but none had reported any unauthorized contact. Brazel decided to sequester the jury for the rest of the proceeding as a precaution. "I don't do it lightly," Brazel said. "But I want to ensure a fair trial. You may wonder why this is necessary. It is necessary for you to stay away from information. The fact that there are only 7 defendants and only 7 people other than their attorneys that have the information to get to a juror and bribe the juror doesn't relieve me with the responsibility to protect the community," the judge said. She didn't decide immediately whether to detain the defendants, but she did order an FBI agent to confiscate all of the defendants' cell phones. It is highly likely that someone with access to the jurors' personal information was conspiring with, at minimum, the woman who delivered the $120,000 bribe, FBI Special Agent Travis Wilmer wrote. Judge Brazel said the juror was terrified and remains at risk for retaliation. She also expressed concern that someone obviously has the addresses of the families of these jurors. The aid money the defendants are alleged to have misused came from the U.S. Department of Agriculture and was administered by the State Department of Education, nonprofits and other partners.